Aslan isn't just a character in the Chronicles of Narnia. He is the very heart and soul of this world, a majestic, wise, and powerful lion who appears in the most crucial moments to guide, protect, and restore balance to Narnia. But who is Aslan, really? Where does he come from? What is his true origin? Today, we'll dive into Aslan's full story, from his connection to the Emperor beyond the sea to his final appearance at the end of time. Throughout the Chronicles of Narnia, Aslan is referred to as the son of the Emperor beyond the sea. But who is this mysterious entity? The Emperor beyond the sea is an invisible figure, yet he is the one who establishes the oldest laws of the universe. It is said that he wrote the deeper magic, the rules that govern life, death, and justice in Narnia. This means Aslan is not the supreme being of Narnia, but rather its representative and the one who carries out his will. He is the one who interacts with the characters, who creates Narnia, and who sacrifices himself for its people, but always acting on behalf of a higher authority. Long before the Pevensies arrived and the battle against the White Witch, there was a time when Narnia didn't even exist. In The Magician's Nephew, Diggory and Polly, two children from Earth, discover the wood between the worlds, a place filled with pools leading to different realities. One of these worlds is Charn, a desolate land destroyed by its last queen, Jadis, who would later become the White Witch. As they try to return Jadis to her world, Diggory and Polly find themselves in a vast, empty void, a place without life or light. It is then that Aslan appears, and through his song, brings Narnia into existence. His voice shapes the universe. Stars begin to shine, rivers start to flow, and the first trees sprout from the earth. Finally, he grants speech to certain animals, blessing them with intelligence and the ability to govern themselves. However, with Jadis's arrival in Narnia, darkness takes root in this newborn world. Though Aslan does not stop her, he warns that a great danger is coming and that when the time is right, he will return. During the Golden Age, when the Pevensie siblings ruled Narnia, Aslan played a crucial role in a story almost no one knew. The tale of Shasta, a boy raised in Calormen who was, in fact, Prince Kor of Archenland. Shasta, along with Aravis, a Calormen noblewoman fleeing from an arranged marriage, embarked on a journey north. Along the way, they were chased by an unknown lion that seemed to force them to keep moving forward without stopping. Only at the very end of the journey, when everything seemed to be over, did Shasta discover the truth. That lion had been Aslan all along. But Aslan didn't just take that form. One night, when Shasta was alone and afraid, believing he was completely lost, a small and mysterious cat appeared beside him, offering him comfort. That cat, though it seemed harmless, was another manifestation of Aslan, watching over him in his most vulnerable moment. In the end, Aslan revealed that he had been guiding Shasta all along, ensuring he reached his true home and fulfilled his destiny as the rightful heir of Archenland. After the Golden Age, the Telmarines invade Narnia, erasing its ancient culture. The Narnians are forced into hiding, resisting in secrecy until, in a desperate move, Prince Caspian blows Susan's horn, calling the Pevensies back to Narnia. During their journey, Aslan appears to Lucy, but her siblings do not believe her. It is only when she follows him with unwavering faith that Aslan reveals himself to them all. With his return, the trees awaken, and Narnia starts to reclaim its lost magic. While Peter and Caspian lead the battle, Aslan moves across the land, freeing the Narnians and rousing the wrath of the trees, which rise against the Telmarines and shift the course of the conflict. Eventually, cornered and overwhelmed, the Telmarines surrender. When the battle ends, Aslan proclaims Caspian as the new king. In an act of mercy, he opens a portal to Earth, allowing the Telmarines to choose their own fate. With his mission complete, Aslan vanishes once again, leaving Narnia in the hands of its new ruler and paving the way for the future yet to unfold. After the events of Prince Caspian, Edmund and Lucy Pevensie, along with their cousin Eustace Scrubb, are magically transported aboard the Dawn Treader, the majestic ship of now King Caspian X. Their mission is to sail eastward, beyond the known lands of Narnia, in search of the 7 lords exiled by Miraz, unaware that they are also destined to uncover the secrets that lie at the world's edge. Throughout the voyage, Aslan rarely appears in physical form, yet his presence is felt at every turn. One of his most subtle yet powerful interventions occurs when the Dawn Treader reaches the Dark Island, a place where people's deepest fears come to life. At the most critical moment, when despair threatens to consume the crew, a celestial light appears in the sky, and a majestic albatross flies over the ship, safely guiding them out of the darkness. Though never explicitly stated, it is strongly implied that this bird is Aslan in another form, watching over them in their greatest moment of need. At the journey's end, Lucy, Edmund, and Eustace reach the world's edge, where they find a radiant and peaceful land, with a lamb waiting for them on the shore. The lamb offers them a meal, and in an instant, transforms into Aslan. In that moment, Aslan reveals that he exists in their own world as well, though by another name. His words leave Edmund, Lucy, and Eustace reflecting on their meaning, especially the Pevensies, who realize that this will be their final time in Narnia. With this farewell, Aslan sends them back home, while Caspian and his crew set sail once more, venturing into the unknown. As centuries pass, Narnia undergoes yet another transformation. In its final era, the land is ruled by King Tirian, who faces the greatest crisis in Narnian history. A cunning deceiver, the Apeshift, uses a donkey disguised in a lion's skin to fool the Narnians into believing that Aslan has returned. Seizing the opportunity, the Calormenes, worshippers of the dark god Tash, join forces with the ape, deceiving the Narnians into believing that Aslan and Tash are one and the same, naming this false deity Tashlan. This deception creates a deep rift among the Narnians, plunging them into fear and despair. Upon realizing the deception, King Tirian resists the Calormene invasion, but is ultimately captured and forced to witness the subjugation of his people. In a final act of defiance, his allies fight valiantly, yet the battle appears all but lost. At that moment, Aslan finally appears. His presence unravels the deception, revealing the truth. Tash is real, but he is not Aslan. He is a dark and malevolent entity. With a single roar, Aslan separates the righteous from the wicked, calling all the inhabitants of Narnia to a final judgment. Then, the unimaginable happens. Aslan seals Narnia forever. A great magical door opens, and as they step through, the righteous find themselves in Aslan's country, a perfect and eternal version of Narnia. There, they realize that the Narnia they had known was merely a shadow of a greater reality, an imperfect reflection of a far grander and truer world, a truth that Aslan had always known. With Narnia's disappearance, its history reaches its final chapter. But for those who have followed Aslan, a new and eternal adventure is only just beginning. But Aslan's story does not end here. In the Chronicles of Narnia, Aslan is not just a character. He represents something far deeper. According to C.S. Lewis's Christian allegory, the Emperor beyond the sea symbolizes God the Father, while Aslan represents Jesus Christ. Throughout Narnia's history, Aslan is not only its king and protector, but also its creator and savior. From the very moment he sings the world into existence to the final act of sealing Narnia forever, his purpose has always been to guide its people toward their true destiny. More than just a leader who battles evil, Aslan embodies the very essence of redemption and transformation. He does not merely defeat his enemies, he teaches, tests, and shapes those who follow him. His role is not merely to win battles, but to help others discover their true selves and lead them toward something far greater than Narnia itself. Let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like to see covered on the channel, and remember, if you enjoy this type of video, the best way to support me is by leaving a like, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell. See you in the next video.